Git Good series. We're going to pick up right where we left off from the last episode, which is the shortcut bonfire in the Cathedral of the Deep. I actually rested at this bonfire, so some of the enemies would have come back. So if you did rest at the bonfire, when you come back to the elevator, you want to make sure you at least kill the enemies in that last room. And I'll explain why in a bit, in just a moment. But these guys here, you want to go ahead and take them out again, because I've found that even though they shouldn't be able to come after you at all, sometimes they can get alerted to your presence while you're fighting, and then they'll, like come up from behind and hit you with a fireball. And getting hit in the back is never a good thing in Dark Souls. Like, never ever. So we're going to come over here. Then there's this enemy here. We're going to want to carefully make our way. Those things are always such a pain. There we go. Let me get us a little item, which is the deep gem. Another weapon upgrade item. Just grab that. Then make our way back up the stairs. I don't know why those slime things are hard to kill. They just are. Now here's where bringing a bow and arrows is going to be important. Is here. This giant will wake up and go to kill you. And the easiest way to kill it is to have a weapon. A ranged weapon of some sort, either a bow and arrow, which is what I'm going to use, or if you're using a pyromancer or something like that to that effect, then using your spells on it. You'll want to hit it while it's standing up and try to get it in the head if you can, because once it goes to bend down, then it becomes stronger for some reason when it gets in that position where it's going back down to its sleep state. I guess it's like its defensive position or something. So it's a lot stronger just doing that. If you can keep yourself in a spot where he can hit you, as dangerous as that is, then he's less likely to bend back down. It's just dangerous because you could take a hit. And as you can see, he hits pretty hard. Well, obviously he hits hard because he's a big giant dude. Oh, my arrows went away. There we go. Try to get him dead. Alright, almost got him. And he won't have nowhere near as much health if it's your first playthrough. This will actually happen fairly quickly for you. But being New Game Plus, he has all this extra health, so it takes a bit longer. And he does not respawn, so once you take care of him, that's it. That's a wrap. There's no coming back, which is good. So if you happen to get killed after killing him, it's no big deal because you never have to fight him again. I'm gonna go ahead and get some items here. And then there's going to be an annoying guy with a crossbow there. And this guy is always brave and drops down, so you can take him out. That crossbow guy we'll exact our revenge on later. So we're going to make our way this way to get an item that's over there. Now, there'll be these dudes here. You can see them kind of doing their wall cling thing. So there's another one up there. So you want to kind of make your way. Over there. And then this last one is going to drop. I thought there was 3. Huh. Maybe there is only 2, but there is a monster up there. Maybe that's the monster I was thinking of, because I know there was 3 on this little... And as you can see, he lands right on the item. And if that thing lands on your head, it potentially can take all of your health away. So you want to make sure you knock it down before picking that item up. I mean, if you're lucky and your body is in just the right position, it will miss you, but it's too big of a risk, if you ask me. So I suggest just going ahead and killing it. You know, knocking it down. It's better safe than sorry. We have this thing with the big swings. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of that. We can pick up this item. Then here's where we can get revenge on our crossbow friend. For shooting at us earlier. Now we can make our way here. And there's a treasure chest. As you can see, the chain is pointed towards us, which means it's a monster. But I do want to show you something. You can, if you have some of these things, the hunter charm, which I just went past it. Where'd it go? Right there. And yeah, we actually picked up a hunter's charm on the way in here, so you will have one on you. But if you pick one of those up and you have it, you can actually throw that and it'll put the monster to sleep. And while it's sleeping, you can actually get the item that it's holding in the chest that way. You can safely grab it without having to fight the enemy. So there's another trick you can use when it comes to the treasure chest. Another way to be safe is you just throw one of those charms at it. If the chest falls asleep, you know it's a monster, but you can still grab the item. Or, like I said, just use the other method where you just swing on it once. So if it's a monster, it'll get up and fight you. And if it's not, then you just open the chest. It's another little trick I meant to show you earlier, and it slipped my mind, so we'll just use it on that chest there. We've got this big guy. I love it when he does that. His little weapon buff thing gives you a good opportunity to get that backstab on him. When he uses his heal, that's another chance to get the backstab. If I got over there quicker, I could have killed him. There we go. So then all you need is a little bit of patience. Now, here this room is a trap, but you want that item. So you want to grab it and then run back to the entrance. Because this big, huge monster comes down. And if you get back to the entrance, it cannot get you. And if you brought your trusty bow, you can go ahead and take it out. With no issues. The reason why I don't like to fight it is because of that move right there. That gas will actually curse you, and it's an instant kill. And he'll also, just his regular attack will curse you too. So you want to avoid that in any way possible. And actually, in every place that you run into one of those enemies, it's always in a spot where you can exploit it like that. So, you know, the game is, it's challenging, but not to the point where it's ridiculous or you know, not to the point where it's, how do you say, unreasonable. It just requires a little bit of thinking, and there's always a way to get through everything, you know, just use your noggin a little bit. Then arrows come in handy here too with this guy, because he'll calmly walk over to you. You can kind of knock down his health a bit before he gets a chance to come over. And then you're left with not much to deal with by the time he does make it. See that? Now, is he necessarily all that hard to fight without doing that? No, he's not, but anything you can do to make things easier on you, you might as well do it. Now here's the reason why you want to fight that giant. This is where that giant was standing. And as you can see, it would be a real pain in the ass trying to fight it here, you know, hand to hand, because of how you move in this mucky stuff. The worst situation ever. Because you can't really move in that mucky stuff at all. It's horrible. Then you go ahead and go through these doors here. And there's another set of heavy ass doors. These don't actually take you anywhere, but there's items back there. So it might be something you'll want to use for whatever build you're using to play the game. So as a trident, it's pretty much a dexterity based weapon, and I went the wrong way. There it is. It's another item over here. Homeward bones. Could never have enough of those. Alright, now we're going to march our way back across this mucky stuff. Moves a little bit faster if you roll through it. Not much, but it's a little faster. There we go. It's that stuff that'll poison you again. Another one here. Just kind of keep it moving through that. Now we have this. You want to go ahead and fight this little guy. As he tries to lure me back in that mucky stuff. Well, then there's going to be a monster here. There we go. And there's another one of those big dudes back there. I want to try to get his little buddies first. There's nothing we hate more than having to fight multiple enemies at once. There we go. And then now it's just you and him. They always position themselves to get backstabbed. He didn't get to use nowhere near as many attacks as the other one did. The first one we fought. And we're gonna make our way over this way. Which is really important. Now here, you've already been, so don't jump down there. That's where we picked up that poison bite ring. I just wanted to show you there's another way you can get there. If you can't, if you happen to have missed it, then there's the other way. I'm gonna open these doors, and there's an elevator there. We're not gonna use it yet. There's a reason why. I'll let you know when we get to it. But just go ahead and get the doors open. And then here we are. Alright, there's our shortcut again. So there's our other shortcut for this area. It's a really big area. And then, as a matter of fact, this area is so big that we may want to do it in 3 parts because of how huge it is. Because I don't want the videos to be super long for each section. Like there's a few sections of the game that are just super long for whatever reason. And that there, this one is one of them. Let me just I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's just have a look and see how long we've been in this episode. And that'll kind of give me an idea of what we want to do, if we want to pick up again where we were, you know, start like a part 8 here, or if you want to go ahead and truck on to the boss. And yeah, we've been in for quite some time, so I'll tell you what, I'm going to stop the episode here, because there is going to be a lot of stuff that it's going to be a lot of stuff I'll have to explain in regards to side quests and things like that, because there's a lot going on, believe it or not, in this area. Like I said, it's pretty long. So, and that last episode went on pretty long, so we're going to stop here. I'm going to cut it here at around 20 minutes or so, and then we'll pick up on the well, actually, what do I really want to do? I'll tell you what, let's just go. I don't think it'll be that bad. Should have been here, and it's only been 20 minutes. I guess that's not too bad. So there's this lever you can pull. Here, which raises a gate. That actually comes in handy if you haven't, like if you manage to get past that one section with the giant without killing the giant, and you want to kind of stop it from chasing you, then pulling that lever would help because it rises that fence that it can't get past. You can get past it, but the giant can't. And there's another one over this way. That serves the same purpose. We'll just go ahead and pull that so you can see it. Right there. And then we've got to make our way past this giant. There's all that stuff there, but you don't want to pick it up quite yet. We just want to get through here as best as we can. There we go. A lot of stuff tries to get you when you're doing that. Like this guy. That thing always trips me out because it's always floating in the air. And there's just a lot of crap in here. Got a bunch of those slime things. Then you got the giant to deal with. So a good thing to do is just kind of try to take those things out first. Sometimes the giant will indirectly help you as it's trying to get you. It'll hit those things for you, which it does a lot more damage to them than you do. Did I kill them all? No, they're still moving around. There we go. I think that's all of them. So now we deal with the giant here. And he's really strong when he's down like that. But once he stands up, you'll be doing normal damage. Oh, there is another one of those things. He just hit it. Gotta try to get him to... either get him to kill it or... there we go. Backed up really far now, so we got to try to get him to come back over here by the stairs. Okay, now is he going to bend down? Or is he going to back up? His range is amazing, but it makes sense because he's a giant. Doesn't have much health left. And finally. Now we can get the goodies that were down here. So let's do that. The armor. Another unique armor set there. Doesn't have a helmet though, which is interesting because the enemies that you encounter wearing that outfit have a helmet. Well, not a helmet, but they have a hood that I have yet to find or be able to buy, so one of these days I'll figure it out where to get the hood at. Alright, and here's another part where the bow comes in handy. If I can get them with the bow, let's just go over there. He was sitting on air. I like broke the chair and he was still sitting in it. And then this guy. Big sword guy is not too bad, because he kind of sets himself up for failure every time he swings that thing. There we go. This guy is the one that's a pain in the ass. We got some more guys in the congregation there. Okay. Here's our shortcut, which is another very important shortcut. One of the most important, actually. Because this is the shortcut you're going to use if you get killed by the boss. It brings you back to the beginning here, and this is that first set of doors that we walked past that couldn't be opened, so now they're open. So if the boss kills you, that'll be the fastest way back. And then this here is the thing I wanted to talk about, the side quest thing. Now there's our friend, the Onion Knight guy, but it's not really him. Remember I told you earlier that he'll be trapped in that well? Like, he's trapped there now that this guy's here, and this is an imposter. So there's two ways you can do this. There's an easy way and a hard way. The hard way would be to walk across this thing, and he'll actually set you up and lower it. And then you'll have to go find some roundabout way to get over there across this bridge, which I'll show you how to do that after the boss fight. The easy way is, after you exhaust his dialogue, which I'm going to do right here, is to just go ahead and kill him. And the reason why I believe killing him is easier is because you need his armor to free the you need his armor to free the Onion Knight guy from the well. And if you let him trick you, then once you find him again, you have to buy the armor from him, which is a waste of souls, I think. I'd rather just kill him and get the armor that way. Because if you, yeah, as you saw, when you kill them, you do pick up his ashes too. And so with the ashes, you can, because he becomes a, if you let him survive, then he becomes a merchant. And if you kill him and get his ashes, you can give the ashes to that old lady, and she'll just sell whatever it was he was going to sell anyway. So there's no, as far as I can see it, there's no real loss whatsoever to killing them. And another reason why I like to do it is because of this here. After we kill all these guys, I'll show you what I'm talking about. These things aren't too bad, but like anything, when there's a big, huge group of them, it can be dangerous, so just be careful with that. And then here's another Covenant area. Now you can join this Covenant here, and you could also, this one allows you to change your appearance and your stats using a pale tongue. And the pale tongue is also what's used to upgrade the Covenant. There's an item here. I've already picked it up, but there's an armor set here when you first come here. Whatever you do, there's a side quest. If you remember earlier in Firelink Shrine, there was another lady on the steps. If you join that Covenant back there and use the pale tongue to upgrade yourself in the Covenant, then it'll actually stop that side quest. So you'll want to wait on doing that. You can change your appearance and your attributes, just don't level up the Covenant in order to keep the side quest going. So we kill Patches and we got the Onion Bro's armor. In the next video, I'll show you what to do with the Onion Bro armor, and I'll also show you how to get to Patches if you decide to let him live and cross the bridge. I'll show you how to get back up to him. It's just a waste of time if you ask me. I'd rather just kill him like I just did. Take these guys out really quick. Alright, and here we are. Here's the summon sign for Anri of Astora and her partner Horus. So you can summon them to help you. There's a ring there. And then through that fog is the boss fight. And that's where we're going to stop, like always. I'll let you guys deal with the boss on your own. And on the next episode, we'll pick up past the boss. I appreciate you coming out. Thanks a lot. And you all have a good one.